All right, hello everyone. For this video, I'm gonna be responding to a comment from GVC 554, and his comment in question was on point. Using these new phrases and vocab right away is a major key for locking it in. I'm on Spanish mainly right now, but slowly introducing myself to Chinese for my third. Thoughts on learning multiple languages at once. So, thank you for the comment, GVC 554, and to answer your question. So right now I'm mainly doing Chinese, but right now I have introduced a side language, which is Hmong. So I'm learning Hmong as well. So, but I would say learning multiple languages is possible, but again, it would depend on your goals. Like, let's say for Chinese, you want to learn Chinese to a high level, and you want to learn the second language to a basic level. I think that is possible. That is definitely doable. If you want to learn two languages at once, one being that you want to learn at a high level, and the other you want to learn to like a basic level, I think it's possible, and I think it's doable, But if you're asking, can you learn, like, because I know you said you're on Spanish, and you said that, you said hold on. You're on Spanish mainly right now, but slowly introducing yourself to Chinese. Now, I would say, what are your levels? Do you want to reach like a high level in all these? Like, if you want to reach a high level in these languages, then I would say do one at a time. My thing is this: if I don't know how good your Spanish is, but if it's at least at a high intermediate, low advanced level, then you can go to Chinese, because now you have enough to where you don't have to study every day Spanish. When you're in the beginning stages, you got to study almost every day, at least 4 or 5 times a week when you're in the beginning stages. But once you get to like a high intermediate, low advanced, you don't really have to study every day. You can just study once or twice a week, and it could be like reading. It could just be talking with native speakers on different topics. Because once you get to those levels and you want to reach like a super high level, then you're gonna have to talk about hard topics like politics, business, medicine, history, stuff like that. You're gonna have to talk about intellectual topics if you want to reach like a high level. Again, I don't know what your goals are for these languages. Now, let me give you my own personal story. So right now for Chinese, I want to reach a high level for Chinese. So Chinese is the main language I'm focused on, the main language. So Chinese is the main language. So I want to reach a high level, at least a low advanced. If I can reach like a low advanced, like a B2, C1, I'm pretty content. I would love to reach a native, but to be honest, there's no need for me to reach a native. Unless it's like a huge need. Right now, I just want to reach like a low advanced. If I can reach a low advanced level, then I'll be satisfied. So for Chinese, that's the main language. Now, like I said before, I've introduced a new language, Hmong. So for Hmong, I just want to reach like a basic level. I want to reach like a A2 level, where I can talk about basic things, talk about my work, my hobbies, the weather, basic stuff, man, where you could just have like a basic 10-15 minute conversation. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be trying that right now. I'm going to be learning Hmong for 3 months. So yes, 3 months, and I want to reach the A2 level in 3 months. So Chinese is still the main language. So Chinese is still the main focus, but Hmong will be the side language that I want to focus on a little bit as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to test out my theory to see if I can actually do it. So in 3 months, we'll see what happens. But I would say, like I said before, it's definitely possible. It just depends on your goals. Now, if you're starting from scratch, if you're learning French and Spanish at the same time, and you have no knowledge in it, and you want to reach a high level in both languages, that's going to be very difficult, because you're going to have to dedicate a lot of time to both languages. And, man, I would say at least 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day to both. Now, you could do 3 hours, 3 hours, 2. But let's be honest. Can you really maintain a schedule like that? 6 hours, at least 6 hours, 4 or 5 times a week. Can you really maintain that type of schedule? Let's be honest here. So that's why I say it'd probably be easier. It would depend on your goals. If you want to reach a high level, I would just focus on one language, and you know, just focus on that. Get it to where you can get to at least a high intermediate, and then once you reach a high intermediate, low advanced, then you could go on. You could go on to the next, because you won't have to put as much time to the language that you reach, like a high intermediate, low advanced. You won't have to put as much time to it. So you could put more time into the new language, right? But like I said before, if you're gonna start from scratch 2 languages at the same time, ooh, it's gonna be tough, right? It's gonna be tough to reach a really high level in both, because you might burn out, you know, and if you burn out, then, you know, it's pretty much over. If you burn out and you lose motivation, it's gonna be really hard to stick to that schedule, really hard, you know what I mean? So I'm just afraid of, you know, what happens when you burn out, what happens when it gets tough, because it's gonna get tough, you know, for me, because right now, what I'm gonna do is that it's gonna be 3 hours of Chinese and 3 hours of Hmong. 2 to 3 hours of Hmong. So every day is gonna be 3 hours of Chinese and 2 to 3 hours of Hmong. So I'm gonna see how I can maintain that schedule. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll let you guys know in 3 months how the results go, and to see if I can learn basic Hmong. I want to reach like a decent level where I can just have basic conversations. I don't have a need to reach a really high level in Hmong, right, to be honest. Unless I had like a Hmong girlfriend, or like a Hmong, if I was close to like a big Hmong community, like if you live like in Minnesota, yeah, I want to reach a high level. But yeah, that's my thoughts on learning multiple languages. Again, it depends on your goals, but like you said, I know you said that you were focusing on Spanish, and I don't know how good your Spanish is, but if it's at a good level, then yeah, you go on to Chinese, and you can just study Spanish 1 or 2 times a week, and you'll be good. You'll be pretty good, pretty much. And Chinese, you can study 4 or 5 times a week, you know? But it's up to you, right? And we'll see what happens with that. But that's today's video, learning multiple languages. Yes. I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you next time, all right? Peace.